GBN we say, arts and culture living, yeah. Rock the box we say. I'm telling you, rock the box, rock the box, rock the box we say. I'm telling you, rock the box, rock the box, rock the box we say. We'll be jamming here on a Thursday. 8:30 we tuning in here.
It is Thursday evening. We're coming to you live from the studios up here at Observatory Road, the place that we affectionately call the Icebox. And if you're never really quite sure why it's called the Icebox, one day you are going to get a chance to do this. We do this every Thursday night, and I can't remember what happened last week. Therefore, I can't promise you what's going to happen this week. Anything I say, I know can and will be used against me in a court of law. But who cares? Donald Trump doesn't care. Why should I even lose sleep over it? The man has a million different charges I can pile up against him. Yet, he wants to be president. I want to be king of my jungle. Who's going to stop me? Is it going to be the hits, Philip? I don't really think so. He's my brother from another mother. He's, of course, I admire him 100%. He's a dreadlocks, I'm a bald head. Then there is Eugenia. Well, while I may admire Andrew because he's my brother, Eugenia is my sister. And for all of you who have eyes for her, back off, I say. She has been spoken for.
I'm your sister on set. Okay. Right.
That almost sounded a little bit too rough, right? But either way, also joining us this evening, my girl Varlene. Hi, Varlene. How are you?
I'm great.
You great?
Yes, I am.
How much money do you often get paid for that smile that you have?
It's priceless.
It's priceless. It is priceless.
Yeah.
A little birdie told me is your passport okay? Are you ready for travel?
Yes.
You are. Just want to make sure.
You're real early, boy. You're early.
Andrew, your passport, is it okay? Has it expired?
I think so, I think
you think so?
Yeah.
Consolation. So.
Remember, I'm just following instructions out everything, so I don't know what's going on.
You don't know what's going on?
No.
Either way, you can always get an emergency passport. We can take care of that for you. Folks, we are happy that we're here. We've been talking independence for the last couple of weeks, guys. Independence has come, it has gone. What's your thoughts, though, Vali? Let me start with you. We celebrated 15 fine style. I am preparing for the next 50. I've already got my dentures order, my adult Pampers, because I'm waiting for the next 50. But how was Independence? Your thoughts on it, though?
Overall, I think that it did a fantastic job. Of course, there are going to be hiccups, critiques and stuff like that. I always say that the critiques should just help propel us, to be better and do better next time. But overall, oh my gosh.
Were you at the stadium for the rally and the performances?
Unfortunately, I was resting, but I captured everything on Facebook.
What stands out? What just remains framed in your mind from then until now?
Is the drone presentation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The drone presentation out of this world. I enjoyed it from start to finish. I got the jitters, the tears started to fall.
Right.
I felt like I was literally in it.
Had anybody walked up to you and say, Varlene, would you marry me? You would have said yes right there and then.
Well, that part, I think... That part, I think I would have been snapped back into reality. But
really? That was just to throw you off.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Andrew, your thoughts too. And there was just so much happening. What's the
I would have said excuse you, out of timing. Right now we're focusing on what we're watching right now.
Big people take. Go
the presentation.
Andrew, let me ask you, Independent, what stood out most to you?
No, I like the fact that it was so inclusive and so many aspects of our culture were put on display in many different ways, including the Pan 50 on the Carnage, the Calypso competition which Varlene was in. There was so much done to highlight our culture more holistically than usual, and I would love to see that continue.
Jeans?
Well.
Papa Bunche.
Well. Well.
Drum roll. You've been itching to get to this point. What happened to you? What worried you?
But before that, I'm a Grenadian by nationality, and I have to say the sense of unity and patriotism that we saw from people, it was well embraced by the locals and the visitors as well. But particularly that drone display at the stadium, hats off to the organizers for all the events. They were well organized and well put together and well executed, but that drone show topped it off. So kudos to the committee. Exactly. And I'm wishing that the sense of unity that was displayed for this 50th independence celebration, that it remains. And I think if we continue along that path, we can achieve a lot as a people.
What do you think gave rise to it, though? Has it always been there?
Well, Grenadians by nature are patriotic. Sometimes I look at social media, and you look at maybe there's an issue on social media and it involves a Grenadian, and how you would see Grenadians rally behind that person, whether they're right, whether they're wrong, right? And wherever Grenadians go, we are loud and we are proud and we're excelling in so many different areas, and we see persons are supporting us in whatever aspect. So I think because of the journey that we've been on, and where we are right now, I think persons have a deeper appreciation for what the present administration is trying to do, as well as what we are trying to achieve as a people, in various aspects, in various sectors.
I think the celebration of 50 was quite timely. We have achieved so much. It's a journey. I think Sarana is actually on the line. Hi, Sarana. Sarana, please unmute your mic.
Hi. Sorry about that. Apologies for my lighting.
Really? Okay. Well, I can't see yours yet. So
I know you can't see me very well. I apologize for my lighting.
Papa Bunji, what's this, Lord? Sorry, I don't want me to kind of bag.
Lega kind of style tonight.
Hi, Serena.
I want to ball.
Peters, how are you?
I want to ball. Let me try to behave. I can be so disciplined at times.
Ball.
So then let me just ask you, because I realize you're still on the flambeau match.
It's all for the ancestors. It's all for the ancestors.
Tell me, we're just about talking about the 50th anniversary of independence. What stood out most to you?
The drone show. Oh my gosh, that was awesome.
That's all you saw?
Okay, so
you all put Sarana on the screen. Let me look at her face now, man. Like, seriously. That's all you saw? Like, she was waiting, the drone show.
This is what stood out for me most.
Right.
I really enjoyed it. I love the thought process behind it and the execution. That definitely, I really, really enjoyed. Hats off to the organizers. It's not easy pulling off an event like that, or all the events, I should say. So it took a lot of planning, a lot of work, a lot of hats and hands and belly to pull it off, as we say in Grenada. So yeah, I think that for what it's worth, kudos to everyone involved.
I must say that there was just so much. Gail, the entire team, so much went into ensuring the overall success. I agree. Some areas for improvement, but you know what? Zafeda. I was not at the national stage. Eugene, where were you though? Okay, let me do expo.
Yeah.
I'm holding secret for nobody anymore.
I was not at the stadium.
You were not at the stadium?
No.
And that's all you would say about it?
Yes.
I just hope my tongue don't slip, I just have a way about me. Things just come out. Yeah.
I saw everything though.
Joseph,
hey.
Papa, so I want to ask her. So where you was?
I was at my home.
Valerie asked Eugenia where she was on the evening, Independence Day. Ask her.
She was where she was.
V, you know
She
me and
was
your
where
types.
she was. I wouldn't, exactly, I wouldn't ask you that. Just by the way how she's smiling, I wouldn't even bother to ask.
Geez, no more. Your secret
I know you had a I know you had a fantastic evening though.
Right?
You know, Vali, if that line of thought makes you feel better, then you go right so long. I'm not going to argue with you. Folks, for those of you just joining us, we want to say good evening and thanks for those of you just joining us via social media. It's always a pleasure being here with you. We're going to have a whole lot of fun. I see, well, Eugene is here. I have an empty glass. It says Clark's Court, Caribbean #1 rum, but I don't know. What is this for? To play keep
We'll
up?
fix that. We'll fix that.
We'll fix this?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll fix this. We'll fix this.
Right.
So, Andrew, you said you don't know why you're here. Well,
I didn't say
the
that.
truth is that you're here because there's something Serrano wants to say to you.
Andrew,
Serrano?
you're the hits.
Serrano, you're here. Just tell Andrew, no hesitation. Just tell him what you have to tell him on national television.
Andrew, you the man.
Thank you. Appreciate
Why
it.
you got worried, Andrew?
I already told him that.
No, I wasn't worried. I was laughing. Laughter. We are here to have fun.
Well, also, Valine wants to have a secret that she wants to share with you. Valine, go ahead, share that secret with Andrew. What are you laughing?
No, because it's just, you see, the thing is, you want me to share a secret with Andrew. In order for me to share that secret, it would mean that everybody else would have to cock their ears.
No, okay, yeah. Let's pretend that we all according to him.
You see,
Tell Andrew, tell Andrew.
Valine is very,
Pretend.
very brilliant.
Let's play pretend. Close our
We
eyes
can't.
and pretend.
So if for us to, we'll pretend, and I'll pretend to tell him a secret.
All right. Say less.
All I'm going to say is, welcome to Jam Rock. That's all I am going to say on that, folks. One of the highlights of the new administration's trust is that of the creative industries. And I know, Andrew, you and I have had this conversation a million times about the state of the industry, the potential that exists, and where to from here. And what's your thoughts, though? I mean, I know a lot of trust has been placed on it. What's your take on the last year and a half?
Well, there's been a lot of progress. I could put it that way. You can see the effort is being put forth, and a lot of work is going forward. But there's a lot of work to be done because there's a lot of infrastructure that needs to be built. So there's some laws that may need to be rewritten, some new ones that may need to be written. So it's going to take a while. But you can see that that effort is there, and the optimism is there that eventually we will get there. And there's some people, some minds that are driving, or should I say steering the ship in that regard, that seemed very intent and deliberate about making it happen. So once that continues, we should be good.
Valine, do you agree with Andrew's assessment? If you don't agree, just tell him point blank, Andrew, you're full of shit. I don't agree with you.
You could say that, boy. Based on observation, where visuals are concerned, everything looks pretty in comparison to, let's say, previous years. The way in which they would execute their stuff visually, everything looks pretty, everything looks up to mark and stuff. But then when we we have to dive into the nitty-gritty of things. And I'm still sort of like awaiting to see and hear. Maybe talks have been happening, and maybe I'm locked off or zoned off. But as far as what I've been seeing thus far, there's progress in terms of visuals. But when we talk about in-depth like music, etc., as Andrew was saying, maybe revising laws or putting laws into place and stuff like that. I'm yet to see that happening.
As a female artist, are you satisfied that sufficient is being done to embrace that which you have to offer as an artist? Remember,
You
no
see,
line
when
on
we have
national
to touch
television.
on topics like these, it's kind of like I'm still yet to see more inclusion. You know, I'm still yet to see more emphasis placed on even us as females in the industry. You know, in terms of marketing, etc. There's still a lot of work to be done. I guess as much, maybe some might be able to speak differently, but if I have to speak for myself, I still feel like a one-girl army, just trying to make it.
That's a failure of the system itself, or is it because of the other players in it?
Because there's limited opportunities.
Right.
You know, and fortunately, I'm still trying to make the best of it, because you make the best of what you have. But when you look on the outside and you see all of the opportunities happening outside there, you still have to ask yourself, what is there for us? We are in the world of technology. We are in the world of advancements. And it still seems as if to say nothing is being advanced here. Maybe people can speak for themselves in terms of how things are being executed for them and how things are being worked out for them. But for me personally speaking, it's still a long road to go.
You've come a long way. I mean, indeed, we have a long way to go.
I've come a long way.
Serrano, let me ask you, using 50 years ago as a point of reference, and we're here as a writer, your thoughts, have we made any progress? Collectively. Please unmute your mic.
Yes. So, there has, in my view, there has been progress, but there is a lot of work that needs to be done. I write and I sing, and although there has been a lot has been placed on the creative industry, which is very needed and necessary and welcomed. There is a lot of work to be done, but it cannot be done by one person or one body. It's I think it's more than one hand that have to clap. So the artists have their role to play. The government is doing theirs. So it's a combination. That's how I look at it.
If there's one thing you would want to see happen right now, in the next couple of days and hours, what would that be?
For me?
Yeah.
Personally, I would like to see I would like to see more or hear more diversity on the radio, not just the calypso and the soca, because there are other artists in Grenada who sing other songs than just because we consume everything out there. And so we have artists who do R&B, who do soul, and so on, myself included, who have recorded songs and just have them there because the radio stations will not play it because I guess they don't think you're worthy.
Okay.
So I think there should be movements in that area to have more diversity. Of course, I love my soca and calypso and reggae and dancehall.
So hold on, Valid. We literally have to take a break in just under 2 minutes. So you said you have songs that you've written that nobody wants to play?
Who, me?
Uh-huh.
I have songs, I have several songs.
So hold on. Follow me here. So nobody wants to listen to it. Nobody wants to play it.
I wouldn't say no one wants to listen to it because I know one person in I can't remember his name right now. He does focus on sports mainly, and he showed interest in playing one of the songs that I recorded and I put out there.
So here's what we're gonna do. I'm a man of my word. I know Valeen's vocal range. I know Andrew's vocal range. I don't know yours actually.
And mine. Yes, because
Eugenia, we talk about singing here. Hold on. Eugenia, what are you really? What are you?
You said rum drinking. Sorry.
You thought? Eugenia, I don't have nothing to do with you. So Vali, so Serrana, I'm giving you 30 seconds to test your vocal range. We go on a commercial break. After that, 30 seconds. Let me hear you.
What do you want me to sing up an original?
You could sing, you want to dance, you could do anything you want, you know. Yes,
but
sing.
You're asking the question, so I'm directing back to you to ask what
anything. I just want to hear your vocal range. Whether it's an original, you want to do a cover. Here's an opportunity.
It's a long time ago. His innocence was savage, you know. But all these years later, his word is headed for greater. We celebrate him, we celebrate us. We celebrate giving with little fuss. It's a season. That's a Christmas song I wrote. I'm not going to give more.
Oh, that's a Christmas song you wrote. Well, on that note, because Christmas is far gone, we getting ready for Carnival. We take a quick commercial break. When we come back, Saranda is still going to be with us. Vali is going to be with us. Missy Creasy, find yourself in the studio. We are about to take flight. When I say take flight, I mean it literally. We're about to send 3 wonderful Grenadians on an escapade somewhere across the Caribbean. They don't know it. Maybe they do, or we're going to find out all together now. And of course, Eugenia's going to come put some ice in our glasses, and we are going to serenade. We'll be right back.
Whoa, whoa. Rock the box, we say, yeah. GBN, we say, arts and culture living, yeah. Rock the box, we say. I'm telling you, rock the box, rock the box.
I'm a VIP. I'm a VIP.
I am VIP. I am vaccinated. I am immunized. I am protected. Our children and nation depend on vaccination for immunization. Childhood vaccination is national priority. It is their protection from disease and sicknesses. Let's all be VIPs and safeguard our beautiful Grenada. I am DJ Blackstorm and I am a VIP health champion. Be a VIP like me.
Let's all be VIP champions.
A message from the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Religious Affairs. Be a VIP Childhood Vaccination and Immunization Campaign in collaboration with UNICEF and the Pan American Health Organization.
You heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue. Available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
The Planning and Development Authority of Grenada, PDA, is enforcing regulations to curb illegal, disorderly, and unauthorized development in several locations throughout the state of Grenada. The authority is concerned that structures mainly associated with vending are negatively impacting the environment, has undesirable public health and sanitation consequences, present obstructions to vehicle and pedestrian traffic, can become projectiles during adverse weather conditions, and generally affect affect the aesthetics of the nation. The PDA will work along with stakeholder ministries and institutions to effect the demolition, removal, and disposal of structures which fall in the category of illegal and disorderly development, commencing January 2024. In this regard, persons who vend in or occupy such illegal structures are advised to secure their personal belongings and have the structures removed ahead of the planned PDA demolition operations. These actions of the PDA have become necessary to safeguard and protect public health and the environment, ensure the safety and well-being of all citizens and visitors, discourage any future disorderly construction, and encourage compliance to regulations pertaining to physical development in the state of Grenada. This is a message from the Planning and Development Authority of Grenada.
GBN Television News at 7, a pulse on all things Grenadian. Look out for our new features through expanded synergies with our media partners in Barbados, St. Lucia, Jamaica, Trinidad, and beyond. Capturing the latest in news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Credible, informative. Thank you for making us number one. News at 7, live, Monday to Friday on GBN Television, Channel 7 and 11. K105.5 and 105.9, Hot 98.5 and 98.7, GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel, and www.gbn.gd. GBN, with you anywhere and everywhere. Welcome back, folks. Your boy JC, Thursday evening, spending it with you, whether you like it or not. You have options, which is to just sit where you are and take it. Here's what. What's wrong, Missy? Huh? What's wrong?
Hi.
Folks, Missy Creasy is with us. Genia is with us. Beauty number one, beauty number two. Nestled on the other side is the dreadlocks himself. And I keep telling folks, if you know me, and I may have said this to you too, Missy, my failure of having a locks is not for not trying. I've been trying for years to work on the locks. And Andrew, what do you recommend? What do you recommend?
Shaving sticks.
Shaving sticks?
Mm-hmm. Works wonders.
Right.
Who is laughing there?
Who's laughing there? Who's laughing there?
Is that Kalon in the back?
Who's laughing there?
Valine? Hey, Valine.
Serrano, why the serious face, Serrano? Serrano's not hearing us.
I'm just listening. Yeah,
you're just listening? So you suggest shaving sticks?
Yes.
Right. You think it would help? It would help to address my concerns.
Works wonders.
It works wonders. How do you know that, though?
Huh?
How do you know that? Right. So shaving sticks works. Yeah. Missy.
What's up?
It's interesting. Andrew doesn't know why he's here. He says he's following instructions.
Right.
Valine says she just followed instructions.
Ooh.
Yeah, they just followed instructions. And so too is Serrana. I got a chance to get Serrana to test her vocal range a while ago, and she's growing on me. I think, would you agree that what's needed more and more is platforms for young artists, writers to be able to perform and hone in on their trade?
Yeah, I think platforms, is definitely one of the important things, but also just doing the work yourself or having the right person on your team. You have to seek PR out. So either you hire an agency like the one I run, Lashington Agency, or you have someone else. It could simply sometimes be a friend who is good with media or good with writing or have the connections that can do that for you if you can't do it yourself. I think it's a combination of things. We really can't just sit and say, okay, we put out this song and we expect people to just consume it, you know? It can't be the best kept secret. There has to be a whole network of things happening after the fact to get it out there to the right platforms. And then also it has to be great. It has to be great music for people to then gravitate towards it and consume it and share it.
What do you think is needed to take the industry to the next level as we speak right now?
To the next, I mean, that's a very wide question. What level do you think it's at, you know? And because I think...
Do we want to go there?
I mean, you tell me. What are the issues that you're seeing, and what do you think we need?
Where is Serana? I'm not seeing all my folks. I'm not seeing Serana. I'm not seeing Valine. Now, you know me, I'm very critical. I'm very critical of where the music industry is. And sometimes
I see Andrew eyes roll up, so I don't know.
And sometimes I am not sure whether or not I am the ideal person. But for me, from the outside, my perspective is that the industry has grown. It has expanded. The question that often that comes to mind is whether or not the quality we're looking for. So guys will come into the studio, JC, I'm an artist, I need X, Y, and Z. Really? And then that you ask them, you talk about the quality, let me hear the music. And then all I hear is rah, 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 la, 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 boo, 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 I am sorry, I'm not.
Right. There has to be standards. I absolutely agree. And I think whether we have this conversation 30 years from now or right now, there will always be great quality and there will always be quality that isn't at a standard or at a level that may be good enough for our airwaves, right? But if we are to develop our music industry, I think it definitely starts with training people. Schools, education, right? That's one of the best places to start nurturing the talent for music, whether it is that we're teaching music in the curriculum. I did steel pan and music and recorder while in primary school, and then I also did piano as extra lessons on my parents. You know, my parents said, do this. But if we have it ingrained into the school system, I think that will do a lot in terms of the quality. I also remember going to a workshop. Inspector did this workshop in Marisho House. I was in primary school, and he was teaching us how to write a calypso song or a soca song then. Specky. Elimas Gilbert, the hitman inspector.
Like two bull cow they fighting. That's Specky, right?
I don't know that song. What song is that? I think I'm too young for that one. Which song is that?
Oh.
Which one is that? I just said Elimas Gilbert, the hitman inspector.
You don't.
A Baptist woman approached me.
Like two bull cow they fighting.
I don't know that song. I don't know. Yeah.
You're making me feel as I'm an old man.
Yeah. I mean,
you know what? Let's just end this.
Anything.
Hold on. Valine.
You just did yourself, huh?
Valine, please. I need somebody to bail me out here. Where's Valine?
Was helping you out.
I have an excuse.
What's your excuse?
Those times I was singing Praise Ye the Lord, you know.
Oh. Okay. No, I only asked because, of course, he's one of the generals in the art form.
Isn't it no kicks? No kicks?
Well, there is no kicks for 86.
Yes.
Mommy beat me for that. There's a lot of stories for that. There's a little boy called Brent. Again, Brent is all growing up now. So Brent, of course, his mother's a Christian. And little Brent is singing, no kicks. It's not no kicks. Don't try to get all cute. Yeah. Last week, you and I had that conversation. Well, we were talking to Eugenia about oil dung, and I was talking about the smoked herring.
Yeah, who says it? Who says it like that? Who says that? Who pronounces the H in that word? Anyway, we carry on.
Little Brenty is no there, keeks, and he's singing, no kicks for 86. Of course, how dare you? Sacrilege. Your mother's a Christian. So we're living right next to the church, actually. So she's beating him. Little Brenty, don't sing that. And when it comes to of his mouth next. Mommy beat me for that. So the moment she said, look, Brenty, stop. He keeps going on. Mommy beat me for that. And she's like, poor child. But of course, Specky has been one of the leaders in the art form. So he's saying it started there, but you think we need to continue it?
Yeah, definitely. I think we need to have those sorts of programs at the early stage. You know, if we put more focus on the youngsters and developing their musical acumen, you know, at that age, we will definitely have good quality. You know, Andrew, I'm sure, did music. You've been playing pan for a long time as well.
Did record and all of that in school.
Andrew, you play pan?
Yeah.
Andrew's a bad pan player.
Yeah.
Where you used to play pan, Andrew?
I started off with Comancheros. That's where I started to learn music.
Yeah? Comancheros? Yeah. How come I've never seen you in a stilo? I've never seen you in Comancheros.
Because I haven't been there in years.
But I've never seen you in Comancheros.
I started playing pan back in 1994 when they had to put me on 2 coke cases in front of the stage on playing double tenor. Too short to play the pan, so they put me on 2 coke cases.
So you can actually play double tenor?
I can play all.
You can play all?
Yes.
Thank you.
And the drums.
And the drums?
Yes.
I'm happy. And the only reason why you never saw me in Comancheros because I've never played at Comancheros. Actually, was such a question.
Joseph is terrible.
Oh, God.
Andrew, you have to forgive me. I'm a Tantine boy. I went to school all my life in Tantine.
Yeah, but I played
so you
for harps
know
too.
where my heart is.
I played for harps too.
Play for harps?
Yeah.
Yeah? Angel harps?
There was, remember, well, you may or may not remember, there was a time when they did a, how should we put it? You could say like a regional thing where bands came from several places and played in Tantines. I was playing for harps then.
I remember that.
We just drafted you in.
Right?
Yeah, I remember that.
We just drafted you. Eugenia, you played pan at school? No lying, you're on national television.
I did not.
And you're not a politician.
I did not.
You did not, okay. Valine?
Hi.
Did you play pan in school? What instruments did you play in school?
Not pan, recorder.
You blew the recorder. Right.
Yeah.
Serrana?
I think most of us started since in primary school, recorder, secondary school.
With whom? In primary school? Who?
That's back in TNT.
That's in TNT, okay. Serrana, you played, what instruments you played at school?
The triangle, the shack, the tambourine, the djembe, the drum, the steel pan.
You sound like a Baptist woman.
and I know some piano.
You know some piano. Okay, so and the reason why I'm asking, because all of us, we've started at that process. I did it. I played the recorder. Anybody remember?
I still have my recorder actually.
Yeah, mine's somewhere.
I did it in Palma with Mr. Clouden.
Yes.
Fatty Derek.
Yes.
Yeah, we all went through that. So where did we miss a door? Because all of us started off there.
Yeah,
well, with the exception of Eugenia.
Well, where
those programs disappeared.
Thank you. That's what it is. Where are those teachers from the Ministry of Culture? You know, I think it has to be from that. I think the schools who continue the music, most of them, it's on their own accord. They want it in the schools, so they ensure that it's taking place. But we need to have a more national effort. You know, I'm sure there's some effort, but it probably needs to be amplified.
We need to have a national effort, and we also need to do collaborations with our regional partners. And herein where this conversation really starts to take a little bit of shape. I just want to let you know that Andrew not sure where his passport is. Hold on, Valine's passport is up to date. Serrana, where's your passport?
You don't want to know?
I want to know. I need to know. Tell me.
Getting renewed in the passport office?
We're going to figure out what assistance we can afford you. Tomorrow is already Friday. And they're probably wondering, Christine, tell us. We're here because we keep talking about, we know we do what we do, but in order for us to take the craft to the next level, we need some time to be able to tap in on the expertise of those on the outside. And here we are, on the cusp somebody's going to, a little birdie told me that.
Yeah, more than one person, in fact.
Yeah, I understand that there are 3 Grenadians. Three Grenadians. Yeah, you tell them because I don't know. I don't want to get the story wrong. So 3 Grenadians, yes, continue.
So I think that and you're right, it absolutely fits into the conversation because no matter where you are in your career as a songwriter, singer, even as a publicist or a marketing professional, it's always good to constantly seek development. I attend conferences multiple times during the year, marketing conferences. Even if I'm teaching digital marketing at UE at the global campus, I still seek further development, and I think that our artists, they also should do the same thing. And one of these great opportunities in the Caribbean is the Island Music Conference. It started last year, so this year is the sophomore edition of the Island Music Conference, and it really brings together industry professionals in the entertainment arena. So you're talking singers, songwriters, producers, DJs, publicists, marketing people, DSPs, social media, everybody under one roof, literally connecting with the giants of the industry. And we're talking people from Meta, which runs Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp. You're talking people from YouTube, VP Records, and so many other of the big names all coming together at the Island Music Conference. And Joseph, the conference is actually chaired by Shaggy. Yeah, Shaggy is the chairman of the Island Music Conference. And when I attended last year, I was a speaker on the marketing and publicity panel. I really saw the passion that Shaggy had for ensuring that the younger artists know the knowledge so that they don't get caught up in the industry and eventually don't have monies for themselves. He wants to make sure that they know the right steps to take so that they can definitely ensure that they have a retirement plan, with the music industry. And this is why the conference exists. And we have a special announcement for some people who are going to the Island Music Conference this year.
Well, thank you.
Yes.
I've been wanting to do this for years. Not just last year, years before. I've been wanting to do this. Somebody loves me. So let's talk about the way, of course, we've had 3 Grenadians that have been selected. Take us through the process as quickly as you can, as to how we narrowed down to these 3 individuals.
No problem. So just so people know, I'm Crystalline Lashington. I run marketing and entertainment agency, Lashington Agency.
Oh, by the way, could somebody just remind me to charge Crystalline for 2 ads?
You didn't introduce me, so I'm introducing myself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm going to charge you for 2 ads.
This is what we do. I'm putting it into context why I'm here. But I'm also the country manager for the Island Music Conference in Grenada. And a few weeks ago, I reached out to a number of singer-songwriters for them to submit their latest song to get an opportunity to be part of a songwriters workshop, which is part of the Island Music Conference. So 200 applicants from across the region took part. They submitted their work, and 25 have been selected. And of those 25, we have 3 Grenadians who have been chosen, and they are all here with us tonight. We have Andrew Hitz Phillips, singer, songwriter, and producer. We have Valley Ned, she's a singer, songwriter. And we also have Serrano Mitchell, singer, songwriter as well. So congratulations to 3 of them. And they're not just going, but they are being taken care of. So accommodation is taken care of, as well as their travel to Jamaica for the conference. And the conference is the 21st to the 25th of February.
And for those of you who still can't figure out what happened to you, where your passport is, right now, you would understand. Because tomorrow is Friday.
I know.
So I keep asking you, where is your passport? And so let me start again. Andrew, where is your passport? Somewhere. You have the whole weekend to find. Catch your thoughts. But before you do that though, because I don't want my eyes to melt too much. While we're here on celebrating, Eugenia, you have my drink on ice. Sorry, not yours. My fault though. I wanted us to introduce the conversation. But in all of the celebration, Grenada Distillers opted, why not? We're celebrating 50. Let's do this. Come at something that is really, really, really. It says Grenada's #1 rum, celebrating Grenada's 50th independence, 1974 to 2024. A limited edition rum.
Right. So this rum was created to commemorate our 50th independence celebrations. It is 10-year infused and another 3 to 5 years. So it's really a blend. And what some of the flavors that we have, well, I see you've already sampled it. Is this the first time that you've tried it?
Yes.
Okay, so we're doing a taste test, right?
What's wrong with you?
So it's a bold, spicy aged rum. When I call the ingredient, you're supposed to tell me yes, no, if you've tasted it, right? So cinnamon.
Cinnamon sounds like yes.
Nutmeg.
Yes.
Bay leaf.
Yes.
Pimento flavors.
Yes.
And we also have some dried fruit as well, and some caramel and oak notes.
There's some few other things in there. I can't tell you what it is, so it's most likely that. Yeah.
So this is one of our premium products now, added to our line, because we have the number 37, we have the old grog, and we also have our black gold. So it's available at supermarket and shops island-wide. Well, some persons have been asking for it in Carrico and the diaspora, but we've not shipped as yet. But it's available at Nick's Barrel House. The cost at Nick's Barrel House is $300. It's a collector's item. We produced 2,500 bottles, and after that, you would not find this anywhere else.
So this is not the kind of rum that you buy and invite people like Andrew over?
Of course we can.
Yeah?
Yes, we have to introduce him because he don't normally drink, right?
I don't drink.
See, so it's a perfect occasion to invite Andrew for a drink.
Yeah, because it makes perfect sense. You get to drink all.
Well, you didn't know that's not going to happen. But what I must say though, because I'm not necessarily by any stretch of the imagination, I'm not a big time drinker. Yeah. But what I like about it, it is not normally when you hear Clark's Court, most people think of, oh my gosh, this thing is going to peel my skin off of me.
It's really smooth.
This is smooth. Yeah. It really rolls off the tongue, and there's a combustion of flavors that's in there. It's only when you start calling them out individually you realize what they are. But it has this nice, subtle, gentle texture to it that allows you to want to sit in the evening in the company with the gracious company of people as Missy, Chrissy, and yourself, less Andrew, and really enjoy the moment with a good glass with some good friends.
So this is traditional for us because we celebrated our Jubilee, our Silver Jubilee, of course, with a special edition as well, and now we're marking 50 years. Now that we've marked 50 years, we decided what better occasion to have this special blend introduced. Persons have been rushing into Nick's Barrel House to purchase this. Even persons from the diaspora have been contacting us. They are interested in purchasing the product. And I think for persons, it's not so much about drinking, consuming this. It's more so a collector's item, and having this because of what it means, the 50th anniversary, and having something symbolic, in their possession that would say, yes, in observance of a 50th anniversary, I purchased this, I bought this, right? I'm not sure if mine is going to remain on the shelf. I mean, I've already opened it.
I don't, what do you mean it's going to remain on the shelf? I mean, in order for the bottle, I don't think by leaving it concealed, it would evaporate that quickly.
Right.
So you're concerned about the bottle emptying. I don't really buy into the story.
Right.
But if you want to make the greater world believe that you're going to one lick at a blow and you'll empty that bottle, then so. Again, let me ask you, where were you again Independence Day?
So our 50th is available at the Little Liquor Store, Duty Free Caribbean. We also have at Real Value, Food Fair, and of course at Nick's Barrel House at Woodlands.
Right. Now that we've gotten Valene and everybody high on the thoughts of what's happening inside of your distillery. Ladies, Oh, we're talking about ladies. I do realize we do have a special guest that is joining us. Hello, my dear lady. How are you?
I do believe that I am beautiful and fine and blessed.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't want to allow my emotions to get the better of me for the running the fear that Valene and all the other wonderful ladies here would think all of a sudden I've pushed them aside. How is Jamaica?
Jamaica is awesome. I'm actually in Florida, though. I am in Miami as we make preparations for the Island Music Conference. Listen, Grenada is awesome. You alone have 3 entries in the songwriters camp, the songwriters workshop that's going to be happening for the Island Music Conference in Jamaica, happening February 21 through 25. So many entries came in. We had over 100 entries. And Grenada is a country that has 3 songwriters. Congratulations, guys! You're like
because that was going to be my next question, really and truly. I was going to ask Chrislina to contextualize the significance. I mean, how many islands are participating? So there's 25 participants, correct? Is it 25?
25 participants, and you can enter. You are allowed to send in your songs from anywhere in the Caribbean, and then if you're in the diaspora, 25 are chosen, and Grenada has 3 persons. That's significant.
Contextualize that to me when we look at Little Grenada and we've been able to get 3 participants as being part of this global conversation. What does it mean? What do you think the significance of it for us as a country, as artists? What does it mean to their growth and progress?
You're asking me?
Yes, I'm asking you.
Oh, sorry, I thought it was somebody else, because I had said to you that when you have over 100 entrants, right, and then Grenada comes out with 3 persons from the small island of Grenada, that for me is absolutely significant. I had to call Chrissy and say to her, you have 3 persons. You have 3 persons. And she said, oh God, we're going to celebrate. We're going to do it on television. As a matter of fact, we are going to celebrate. This is a big deal.
So she planned all of this then?
But you know what? The Island Music Conference is a convergence of music industry practitioners. Right. And we do this every February in Reggae Month in Jamaica. And one of the things for us is that we bring the Caribbean together so that we have one music footprint. There's so many genres that come out of the Caribbean, and the Caribbean influences world of music. You know that Cool Herc would have birthed hip hop in New York, and Cool Herc is out of Jamaica. There are so many genres that we have. We have soca. I was just talking to a Bajan who told me that he can't wait to get home for crop over. So there's so many things. There's so many genres out of the Caribbean that influences the world.
I mean, indeed, again, we say congratulations to the world. Congratulations to these 3 wonderful artists. And normally they say ladies first, and I'm going with ladies first. Valene, tell me your thoughts. I know you've probably been sitting and trying to contain the emotions. What's happening? Tell me what's the emotions that you're feeling right now. Valene.
It's still overwhelming. I'm humbled. I just talk to myself. And I just always tell myself, sometimes you will try something and for some reason, like nothing ever happens. Like it does never get through. I tell myself that. So when I got the email, I read it and I read it and I read it because I'm like, okay, I start to get emotional, teary eyes, because I'm like, okay, we're in 2024 and I've asked for certain things, and then all of a sudden things are slowly starting to happen differently. So I don't know what else to say, but I'm humbled by this experience.
Well, you don't have.
Can you give us just a few words of the song that you sent in that got you into the songwriters workshop?
I'm gonna sing the second verse. You say you would die for me, sign on D dotted line for me. What could I do so bad? You left me a yard, not even a courtesy. After all what I did for you, forgive for what you put me through. Not even a sign, just blowing my mind. Oh no, my head still hurting. Why you do me that? Do me that? Do me that? Oh, why you do me that? Why you do me that? Oh, why you do me that? Do me that? Do me that? Oh, why you do me that? Why you do me that? Oh.
Well, I'll tell you, Marlene, my response would be the same as Shaggy's. It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
And you do know that Shaggy is the chairman of the Island Music Conference. And myself and
Chrissy was saying that
Sharon
was this
Burke,
evening.
Founders.
Wow. I mean, this is really, really historic. I mean, the question is one. Andrew, I see you there, and you're trying to soak it in. How did this little PBC boy... Right.
He didn't go to
I know he didn't go to PBC. And that's why I was just waiting for... Oh, bro, I know, bro. We are all Tantine boys. You're Tantine boys. That's just to make sure that you're up. Well, how did this happen? Did you see it? Did you ever envision that the likes of Andrew Hitz Phillip would be nominated to be part of this glorious extravaganza?
Well, my experience is slightly different because I've been traveling for quite a while. Like just a couple of months ago, I was in the Dominican Republic in a writing camp. So I've been privy to have some experiences like this, already. And it's always enlightening. It's always eye-opening. It always expands your mind, expands your thinking, expands your creativity. So it's always, a pleasure, and I'm very much grateful to be able to attend yet another one, or should I say, in this case, the actual Island Music Conference, because it's going to be a different format from what I've been used to, and I'm looking forward to it. Trust me, it's always a pleasure to meet new people and learn. And trust me, it's very easy to, how should I say, stay on the island and think that this bubble that you're in is such a wow. But when you get out of the bubble, you start to realize that, wait, that bubble is much smaller than you actually think. So it's always eye-opening, and it's always a great opportunity. It's always good.
Serrana, writer,
because along with doing the songwriters workshop, they will get an opportunity to network with Meta, which is Facebook and Instagram. They also get to network with Spotify. BMI will be there, Ineffable Records will be there, Warner Records will be there. And when we had the Island Music Conference last year in 2023, that is where the artist TJ would have met Warner Records head Steve Carless. He would have seen him perform, and therefore when he did Drip and Steve got wind of it, then it was an easy transition to get him signed. So when we bring the Caribbean together with the world of music, these are the kinds of things that happen. But I wanted to ask Hitz and Valine if they are familiar with the person who actually heads up the songwriting workshop for Island Music Conference this year, who is Mikey Bennett, how much they know about Mikey Bennett and how much they know about songwriting with Mikey Bennett. We also are bringing in Stacey Barth, who will be a part of the songwriting workshop. And guys, I have to ask you, are you familiar with those names? Mikey Bennett, are you familiar with Stacey Barth?
Exactly, and that's the problem. I am not. You see? So it's like I'm in a bubble. You think you know, but you don't know everything. And I'm open to learning. This is my first experience even actually doing a camp like this to this process. This is the first time I'm doing this. First time, very first time.
Serrana, you're there quite.
So I know it's going to be a great experience.
Are you still with us, Serrana? Are you there with me, Serrana?
It's going to blow your mind.
Yes, I'm still here.
Still flabbergasted. You seem as though you're in a drift. This is all. It's not. It's coming to you now. What's the emotions? Tell me. I know the emotions, they're ripe, but talk to me about what you're feeling right now.
Excited. I got wind of this competition through Miss Lashington, and we did a class together, and she put it in the chat, and I was like, I have several songs, and I was like, let me think like a businesswoman. How many Caribbean people would submit a Christmas song? And so I'd recently written a Christmas song at the end of 2023, and so I went ahead and I submitted The Greatest Star.
What's the inspiration behind that song, though?
Jesus Christ.
That's a bolder response that I can get. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a song I started with earlier, but as I'm telling you, I was so excited. I was just all over the place. It's basically, it was a long time ago. I was just sitting and the words just started coming to me, and I started writing. That's how it happens for me. Sometimes I might read something and something might stand out, and I might say, that's a good idea for a song, and I'll start writing. Because I had another song that I wanted to submit, which is a dancehall song, and I was like, most people would go soca and dancehall and reggae. Right. Why not do something different,
Thinking ahead though, Serrana, it's next week, and you hear going through the emotional preparations, and some of us, we start telling ourselves in advance, you know what, I'm not there as yet, but this is what I would want to take away. What's the thought pattern in your head that when I leave there, even before getting there, this is what I'm hoping that I can take out of this conference?
Well, I've started crafting my pitch.
Okay.
I love it. Your elevator pitch.
I've been working on a project, and the project is a list of songs that details my life experience. And as a result of that, I have like 14, 15 songs that tell the story. And so I have reggae, I have dancehall, I have R&B in there. And so, I'm working on my pitch, Judith.
Judith, let me ask you, and I think most of they all hinted to it. When you think about Grenada, small island, where things seem to happen at a different pace. You have these three artists. What is it that you're hoping that after this is all said and done, what direction would you want to see the local musical landscape in Grenada? What trajectory are you hoping that it can offer?
Well, you know what? I see a Caribbean trajectory. And so when I look at what will happen, it is us understanding more the business of music and us becoming better singers and songwriters. And so when I see these three young persons out of Grenada, the focus for this year's songwriting workshop with the Island Music Conference, which happens February 21 through 25 in Kingston, Jamaica. And for anybody who wants to know more about it, they can go to the website, which is islandmusicconference.com. They can follow us on Instagram at Island Music Conference, TikTok, Island Music Conference. But what I really do hope to see is them getting better at punchlines and rhymes, because that's the focus for this year. Mikey Bennett is actually focusing on punchlines and rhymes, and Mikey Bennett has written for Roberta Flack, has written for Cyndi Lauper, has written for Dennis Brown, and has been doing this in excess of 2 decades. So when they sit for the 2 days, which are February 22 and February 23, they'll be in the workshop from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. on both days. It will be meeting with like minds. When you sit in a room of writers, you know what comes out of that, the strength that you get, the other ideas that you get. You strengthen each other, you learn from each other, and you walk away from the process much better than you came in. And therefore, we're looking at the Caribbean stepping forward with greater music, even greater than we've done. Right now, one of the biggest things happening too for the Caribbean is the fact that the Bob Marley movie has come out. That's the Caribbean again, sitting on top of the Billboard chart. That's the Caribbean again saying to the world, hey, this is what we do. We do music. Yeah.
Do you get what role do you see, Judith, music playing as a vehicle in terms of carrying us to the next level? We've had cricket. Cricket, of course, is who we are as a Caribbean people. Do you see music as being a similar vehicle, if not greater? Or why not? It serves, you bring both of them together, that unifies us as a Caribbean people?
Well, I want to say this to you. When we look at the contribution that music makes to GDP in the Caribbean, when we go from the Caribbean to anywhere else, okay, so I am Jamaican. When I leave Jamaica and I leave the Caribbean and I go to Italy, I go to France, I go to Bali, I go to China, there is one thing that identifies me. When I say I am Jamaican and I say I am Caribbean, and anybody tries to understand, okay, where am I talking about? What am I talking about? There's one name I call. I say Bob. And then I'm identified. So if someone asks me, what does the music do? Then I will tell you that Bob Marley, 40 years later, sits on top of the Billboard charts, and that's what music does. So if I call any of the prime minister's names from the Caribbean, I may not be recognized. But if I say Bob Marley, and you are right, you say cricket, because if I say Chris Gayle, I'm also recognized. So we have to be clear on what the culture does for us as a people and how the culture keeps us recognized. And so that's why it's so important that you turn out for Island Music Conference, major networking into the business of music, which will take us further and further across the world, help us to be more recognized across the board. And if we walk together as one Caribbean in this process, we are better. Go to the website, Island Music, and see what it's about. Go to our IG at Island Music Conference and see what it's about. I'll tell you another thing too. The fact is, it is the music industry that brings the money home. When the music industry goes out into the world to earn, to perform, even these three that are songwriters and singers, when they go out into the world and perform, they hardly leave the money somewhere else. They bring it back home. So Grenada gets back the money.
Do you get a sense
that's important?
And I'm going to ask Chrissy as well, but Judah, do you get a sense that one of the failures of the smaller territories, I think in Jamaica there's a thriving industry, but do you think in the smaller territories the challenge is how getting these artists to understand that music is not just something part-time, but it is, as you said, a business, and a valuable business that can really and truly pay the bills. It's not just a gig you do on a weekend.
Yeah, that's it. Go ahead, Chris.
You know, it's funny that you say small island versus large island, big island, because when I went to the Island Music Conference last year in 2023, what I realized from the conversation, because with the panels you do get an opportunity to ask questions, network with, you know, Glenn Washington and Jada Kingdom and, you know, Queen Africa. You're literally having conversations with these heavyweights in the industry, and what I noticed is that the same challenges we have in a small island, they're also having the same challenges there. So I think we can remove those labels and simply call ourselves island people who are striving to reach to a higher level when it comes to music.
But you would agree to it, but there's a challenge. There's always a challenge. One of the challenges, the mindset. And I don't think not just in music. So a man,
I would say maybe opportunity. You know, opportunity is definitely one of the things that can take somebody to the next level. You know, I'm excited to see what's going to happen Carnival time now with Hits and Valley.
Well, I'm
excited to see what's going to happen Christmas time with Sarana. You know, and just from this experience. And Andrew is not just a singer-songwriter, he's also a producer. What if he ends up producing for an artist in Jamaica? You know, like there's so many interactions and networking opportunities that can come out of this that can really change the mindset, like you say. It's really sometimes having the awareness, having the opportunities, and that in itself can really do a lot to change the musical landscape in a country.
And while we talk about him being a producer, I mean, Andrew, and the thing with Andrew is that Andrew sits there, and I guess you look at his demeanor, you look at his frame, and you're thinking, this little boy, what? But I mean...
Is that what you're thinking, Joseph?
No. But us as human beings, right, if we decide to sit next to each other, and you introduce myself, you introduce Andrew, you would probably think that I'm the one that come with this loads of experience being the older. No, but Andrew, you have done, I mean, from the Talprey to who else?
Start with Marshall.
No, I started with
if you start with the top in soca, with Marshall.
I didn't even want to go to Marshall. I wanted to start at home.
I see what you're saying.
And go outside.
Yes. Fair.
But talk to us about some of the individuals, the other artists whom you've literally touched their lives with a pen more than a lot of people have realized.
Yeah. All right. So that's what I was saying earlier on when you asked about, you know, my experience or how I feel about getting to go to the conference, that I have a different perspective because I've been traveling. I'm not going to talk about Talprey. I'm not going to talk about Marshall, but I'm going to talk about Blacks. Blacks is the first artist in Trinidad and Tobago who sang a song that I wrote and produced. And this was when I, at that time, had just joined the Roy Cape All Stars and just started touring with them. And he was the first person back in 2008 that sang, recorded one of my songs and performed it. And may he rest in peace. And those experiences have all kind of guided my perspective, which is why we'll have conversations and you'll notice I sit and majority of the time I stay quiet and I listen.
I know.
And all of that is in part because of the experiences I've had. They've taught me that listening is far more valuable than speaking in a lot of arenas.
Preach.
Right?
Sorry.
Let him preach.
Sorry.
And Judith made a point that I really want to, at some point in time, not in this forum, like elaborate on here in Grenada in a different capacity, where she mentioned that, you know, the musicians, the talents that leave the island when they go on tour, etc., and come back, they bring money back to the country, right? And that economic aspect, I think, is where the conversation needs to be in terms of what needs to happen within the industry here in Grenada and regionally, because I'm starting to realize more and more when people start seeing the numbers and how those numbers affect the GDP of a country, they start realizing how much more important music and the arts are than they actually think, you know? And yeah, so at some point in time, we'll revisit that. But for now, we're talking about the Island Music Conference.
Yes.
That modesty.
I have to applaud that point that Hitz is making. And I want to say, as we speak to governments, one of the topics that we have at the Island Music Conference this year is government policies. And I'm hoping that someone from Grenada is going to sit on the panel. We have someone out of Zimbabwe, someone out of Barbados, and out of Guadeloupe, where we sit and look at the government policies that treat with culture, that treat with music. And I want to expand your point, Hitz, to say that tourism ministries have to also join with us with culture, because this is how we sell where we're from. And this is how we also meet the world. We meet the world with our music and the particular fascination that the world has with the Caribbean because of sun, sea, sand, and culture. And it's important to us.
Indeed, Judith. We're running out of time. I want to give you an opportunity, though. I mean, and I know this is a conversation that is going to be riveting across Grenada, across the Caribbean. 25 participants, 3 out of Grenada. And certainly you do the mathematics, you do the percentage, you start thinking, wow. And one of the points you made, Missy, that's resonating with me, and maybe that's where the barrier comes in, when we start thinking big, small. And the challenges very often, as you say, they are no different. Yeah. We're just not realizing what they are. But Judith, what would be the final word from you? And then I'll round up with my 3 wonderful local guests here. Judith, a final word from you?
Final point from me is that you need to log on to islandmusicconference.com. You need to register and you need to be at the conference. If you are from any music agency whatsoever, you get a 50% discount. And if you're not, then you don't get the 50% discount. So there is the songwriters workshop, which happens over 2 days. There is the music clinic, which allows you to book one-on-one meetings. I'm saying again that it doesn't matter who you are, whether you are a producer, whether you are a manager, whether you are a songwriter, whether you are a singer, whether you are a music attorney. If at all you're involved with anything with music, you need to be at the Island Music Conference this year, next year, and years to come. How do you do that? Register online and then make your way to Kingston, Jamaica, Island Music Conference. The fact that it's called Island Music Conference is purposeful because we will be moving around the islands in years to come. Maybe we'll be in Grenada. I'm sure that Chrissy is going to make sure it happens.
I'm getting the sense that this is not just a Jamaican thing. It's not just about music, but it's in fact a movement, a musical movement, a journey that we all need to be part of. Thanks a lot, Judith. I'm certain through Chrissy that you and I are going to have a lot of different conversations when this is all over and done. Thanks for being part of the conversation.
And I must say, Judith Bodley, she is one of the co-founders. She's the director and co-CEO of the Island Music Conference, and she has been always looking out for Grenada. So officially on record, thank you so much, Judy, for making sure that we're included in the conversation, we're included in the Island Music Conference, and I'm definitely looking forward to continuously working with you for years to come on the conference and our other fun projects.
I think we can safely say, Chrissy, the gateway, the floodgates is open, no holds barred from here.
Why not? But of course, we're definitely excited to see more stakeholders come on board, because there are opportunities for that to take place. Last year we had actually Clark's Court Rum. They gave us some samples and they were part of the Island Music Conference. So there's opportunities for sponsorship, there's opportunities for government involvement and support for our team traveling to Grenada. So they can definitely get in touch with me and we can have those conversations.
And I think just to lend into what Judith said, and you hinted to it now, I think very often we look at this thing very myopically. We see just music and not realizing all the other avenues, tourism, culture.
Top Striker.
Everything becomes part of the conversation.
All I have to say is Top Striker. All I have to say is Top Striker, and you'd understand what Top Striker did for Spice Mass. Mm-hmm. Full stop. Top Striker. Roly poly.
And we go. And we
Olo man.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Behave yourself. Valine, talk to me. I know that hit set is better to listen, but it comes a time when you need to speak. Speak now.
I believe the same. As well. I'm not going to pretend like I know everything.
Right.
This is brand new for me. Thank you so much again, Missy, for reaching out. I was a little bit hesitant and stuff, but at the same time, read through the information and thought it was a great idea, submitted, and I'm happy to be a part of the program, the process. Thank you so much again, Sister Judith. I'm longing to see you as well.
I always say that there is no...
Let's again put it in context. 100 with over 100 submissions. For Grenada to have three persons for the Songwriters Workshop,
it's tremendous. A big deal.
Be proud of yourselves, Grenada. I'm expecting you guys.
I always keep saying, Missy, that I don't believe there's anything called luck. Sorry, Judith?
All roads lead. Go to the website right now, look at the schedule to see all the panels, look at the chairman's dinner, look at all that we have to offer in terms of the music clinic, in terms of the Songwriters Workshop, in terms of over 15 panels, and in terms of all of the different persons from music across the globe that you will network with. And see you, Chrissy, because I know you'll be there.
See you soon.
All I say is next time, take me with you. I always keep saying, Andrew, that there's no such thing as luck. From what people refer to as luck, I refer to it as what? Opportunity. Preparation meets opportunity. And I think, Varlene, this is exactly what it is.
Yeah.
An opportunity came along, and that's what separates the winners, the success stories, from those that remains in a wallow in self-pity. An opportunity came, and you jumped on board, and here you are.
They say you always have to roll with the movers and the shakers. And line yourself with the movers and the shakers. People who believe in the same things that you believe in. And best believe you will make it. Best believe you will succeed.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. Sharana, we're running out of time. I know you'd rather stay and absorb everything like a sponge, but I command you to speak now.
Now. I just want to say thank you for the opportunity. As I said earlier, I have a lot of songs, and I chose that one song, and it opened the door for me. So I'm looking forward to more and sharing the others that I do have. So thank you very much.
My brother, what say you?
It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to it, definitely. And one of the things that I thought about earlier on is the fact that we're going as a contingent, so to speak, you know? And so I'm hoping that we can foster some camaraderie and, you know, collectively take some of that information and bring it back.
Yeah.
Well, that would be the reverse conversation that we're going to have once everybody's back as we start to chart the way forward. And it's interesting to know that all of this is happening on the heels of us celebrating our 50th anniversary of independence.
A lot of things happening, man.
Up and up from here.
Yeah, Valley knows that song well.
We are going up and up from here. The sky is the limit. Guys, when you get over there, remember me, please. Yeah, somebody
we'll definitely be keeping you in contact with everything happening at the Island Music Conference.
That's not what I mean.
Oh, I'm sorry, what was that?
That's not what I mean. When I say remember me, I'm not talking about work.
What you want?
Allah just says remember me.
Remember you?
Just remember me.
He's trying to say don't tell him to talk to your management. That's what he's trying to say.
No. I mean, Chrissy, you know, obviously, you know, once you leave, we are going to do those link ups to news and all of that. That's no argument. We're going to get this to work. Because the only way it can work really and truly, it cannot be done independently. It has to be a partnership, and here we are. I mean, it's a movement.
Says, Idonia has something that he always says that I love. He says one voice, and I like that, because if the Caribbean speaks with one voice, we will do so many greater things. So I have to say to GBN, thank you so much on behalf of my chairman, Orville Shaggy Burrell, on behalf of my co-CEO, my partner business, Sharon Solid Agency Burke. I want to thank you for having us this evening, and roll out to the Island Music Conference. You will not be sorry you did. Big things
are going on in Jamaica. We will not give them the history of how this happened, right? You know? Oh, we laughed about that this morning. Another time, folks. It was a pleasure. Judith, it was a pleasure. Varlene, Sarana, my brother.
Thank you so much.
All the here. God knows what's happening to me. Missy, Chrissy, I want you guys to really and truly enjoy.
Missy, thank you so much again.
Thank you.
I want you all to bask in the opportunity, soak everything in, you know. And when you meet these legends, these just soak it in, just keep quiet.
Right.
Listen, because you never know. Where to from here? We say up and up. Thursday evening, your boy JC, peace and love to you. We send in our team, our contingent. They are off to Jamaica. Missy, Chrissy, Andrew Hits, Philip, Valine, Ned, and Serrano Mitchell. 473 to the world. They go to better the craft. When they come back, we'll have another conversation. All of us here at the GBN, JC loves you, peace and love. Remember, we celebrated 50 with Distillers, vintage style, $300. Check out Nick's Barrel House. And the folks, get your passports, guys. Yeah. Until then, JC loves you. I am out of here.
Rock the box, we say, yeah. GBN, we say, arts and culture living, yeah. Rock the box, we say. I'm telling you, rock the box, rock the box, rock the box, we say. I'm telling you, rock the box, rock the box.
I'm a VIP. I'm a VIP.
I am a VIP. I am vaccinated. I am immunized. I am protected. Our children and nation depend on vaccination for immunization. Childhood vaccination is national priority. It is their protection from disease and sicknesses. Let's all be VIPs and safeguard our beautiful Grenada. I am DJ Blackstorm and I am a VIP health champion. Be a VIP like me.
Let's all be VIP champions.
A message from the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Religious Affairs, Be a VIP Childhood Vaccination and Immunization Campaign in collaboration with UNICEF and the Pan American Health Organization.